to my YouTube channel, Traveled and Balanced. My name is Kim. Today's class is going to be a strong vinyasa flow. When you're ready, we're going to come onto our backs. Either the legs can be as wide as your mat with the feet just rolling off to the sides. You can bend your knees with the feet on the floor. If you have any lower back issues, this will feel really good to relieve that. And then you can take the feet a little bit wider than the mat so that the knees will start to knock toward each other so you can rest there. Hands can either rest on the belly or by the sides. And just take a moment here to find which position feels good for you to rest here for a few breaths. Soft gaze towards the sky, or you can start to close the eyes. Let your shoulders start to relax towards the ground. Find a softening in the jaw here, a softening in the fingertips. Shoulders feel heavy, hips feel heavy, feet feel heavy. And I'm just taking note here of how you're breathing today. Notice if you're breathing shallow, short breaths, or if they're smooth and long. Let where you are today, let that be enough. Try not to change anything. Feel the belly expand and contract. Back of the neck is resting here on the ground. Let the chin pull away from the chest. Let the body feel even heavier. Bring the awareness now to the thoughts. Just acknowledge them and then just let them go. Try not to stay there with the thoughts. Try not to let them take over. And if that does start to happen, start to bring that awareness back to your breath. Maybe take a little bit longer of an inhale. And a little bit longer of an exhale. Good. All together, we'll take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Last one, inhale. And the exhale. Slowly start to open the eyes or keep them closed. Start to bring awareness back into your fingertips. Bring the knees in toward your chest. Start to rock on that lower back. Give yourself a little bit of a massage here. Start to come to stillness. Flip on over to your side. Use your top hand to press down. Come into your tabletop position. Good. Bring the knees underneath your hips here. Wrists underneath your shoulders. Start to rock the hips side to side. Maybe make some big circles here. Going in one direction. Start to open up the hips and then start to move in the other direction. Good, last circle here on the side. Come back to your tabletop position. Okay, plug your fingertips down, tuck your toes, spread the fingers wide. Start to hover here with the knees right above the mat here. Draw the navel towards the spine. Gaze out right in front. Open through your collarbones. Take a deep breath in. The exhale, downward facing dog. Press your hips back. Take the feet as wide as your mat, maybe a little bit wider. Pedal out your feet here. Shake the head yes or no. Let go of any tension there. Good. Draw the navel in towards the spine still. Press your mat away, plug the fingertips down. Okay, gentle bend, or big bend into the knees rather. Have the knees to hover, gaze toward the front of the mat. Again, open through your collarbones, inhale. Exhale, press it back. Good, take the knees down to the ground. Come into your cat-cow. Just adjust here with the shoulders back over the wrists, knees underneath your hips. Inhale, lift the heart, let the belly drop towards the ground. The exhale rounds the spine, let your head hang heavy as you gaze towards the back of your mat. Inhale, lift the heart, and exhale, rounds the spine. Good, if you can see your feet here, when you're in your cat, rounding the spine, just bring the feet a little bit wider. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, rounds the spine. Good, come with your neutral spine. And right heel is going to press right behind you. Right leg in line with your hip. Toes point down. Flex the foot like you're going to press against the back wall. Good, gaze towards the front of the mat again. Inhale, bring the knee in toward your chest, round your spine. Exhale, kicks the leg back. Good, neutralize your spine here. Inhale, bring it back in. Exhale, kicks it back out. Good, last time. Inhale, bring the knee in toward your chest. Gaze to the top of your mat. Step your foot forward in between your hands. Set up for your first kneeling lunge. Take your foot over to the right side just to open up the hips a little bit wider. Bend into your front knee. Inhale, takes those hands right up. Good, relax your shoulders away from the ears. Lift with your heart. Feel the gentle stretch in the left hip flexor. Right knee is right above the right heel. Good. Inhale, bring the breath back in. Exhale, release. Okay, take your hands to the ground, coming into your half split. Draw your right hip back, toes will lift. Walk your hands back, gentle bend into the front knee. Good, gaze towards the front of the mat, lift with your heart. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, re-bend to your front knee, back into your kneeling lunge. Inhale, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, hands to the ground, half split. Draw the right hip back, toes will lift. Notice that your left knee is right below your left hip. Good, inhale, bring the front knee back over the heel. The inhale still elongates the spine, kneeling lunge. Good, exhale, half split. Draw your right hip back. Good, breathe in the back of the leg. Inhale, re-bend to the front knee, still lifting here. Inhale, kneeling lunge. Good, exhale, half split. Last one. Good, re-bend into your front knee. Start to lift your hands off the ground. Float your shoulders to lift. Shoulders stack over the hips. Hands will interlace behind. Draw the hands down. Start to feel the shoulder blades come towards one another. Inhale, lift with your heart. Lift your gaze. Re-bend to the front knee. Exhale, slowly come back out. Start to come back to your tabletop position. Shake the hips side to side again. Good, come into those hip circles. Do 3 on each side. Okay, coming over to the other side. Last one, when you come through center, come back to your tabletop position. We're going to start to hover the knees again. Tuck your toes. Knees will hover. Lift your heart forward. Lift your gaze towards the front of the mat. Good. The exhale, downward facing dog. Take a moment here. Bring the feet a little further back if you need to. A little bit wider. Good. Inhale, hover the knees. Lift with the heart. Lift your gaze. Draw the navel in towards your spine. Exhale, downward facing dog. Good, tap your knees down, come back to your cat-cow 3 times. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round the spine. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, round the spine. Good, inhale. And the exhale again. Once you complete the exhale, come with your neutral flat spine. We're going to come over to the other side now with your kneeling lunge. So first, send your left heel back, heel in line with your hips, gaze out in front. Inhale, bring the knee in towards your chest, round the spine. Exhale, kicks it back out. Inhale, bring it in. Exhale, kicks it back out. Okay, this time, inhale, bring it back in. Step your foot forward. Bend into your front knee right above the ankle. Plug the left foot down and start to lift your chest. Good. Feel your left heel start to pull towards your right knee. Right knee's pushing towards the left heel. Feel the resistance in the legs. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, hands to your mat. Half split, draw your left hip back. Micro bend into the knee if you need to. Gaze toward the front of the mat, lifting with your chest here. Good, inhale, rebend to your front knee. Take the hands above and kneeling lunge. Inhale still. Good, the exhale, half split. Bring the hands down, draw your left hip back. Last time, inhale, lifts the heart, lifts the hands. Good, the exhale, hands to the ground, draw the left hip back. Finish the exhale. Good, rebend to the front knee. Start to lift the shoulders over the hips, hands lift away from the ground. Rebend to your front knee first. Take your hands to interlace behind your back. Take it the opposite way so it's a little more uncomfortable. The opposite thumb will be on top. Draw your hands down. Feel the palms press toward each other. Gaze is lifting as well as the chest. Take that long inhale. And your exhale slowly comes back out. Come back to your tabletop position. Shake the hips side to side. Good. Take your knees together. Take the feet to touch the back. Start to come to sit on the backs of the legs here. If you want, you can tuck your toes. Sitting on the backs of the heels here. Starting to stretch out the foot here. So just take a moment. Let your hands rest onto your lap here. Close your eyes. Relax your shoulders away from the ears. Sitting up nice and straight here. Take a moment here to check back in with yourself. See how you're feeling today in your practice. See what's different, what feels good, what feels open, what feels tight. And just accepting all of that comes along with it. Taking 2 more breaths here. Okay, slowly begin to open the eyes. Take your hands to your mat. Good. Start to come back to your tabletop position. We're going to come into our downward facing dog. Spread the fingers wide, plug the fingertips down, send the hips back, pedal the feet out. Okay, still plugging the fingertips down, send your hips back, take another deep breath in and a deep breath out. Good. So here we're going to start to ripple forward with our spine. We're going to come into a plank and back into a downward facing dog. We're going to do this 5 times. So when you're ready, lift off your heels, bend into your knees. Gaze toward the front of the mat first. Good, exhale, bring the hips back up. Start to straighten out the legs. Okay, so from here, we're going to ripple through the spine. Bring your shoulders over your hips. Bring your hips in line with your shoulders. Draw the navel in. Good, exhale. Press back to downward facing dog. Inhale, ripple forward into your plank. Gaze toward the front of the mat. Exhale, bring the hips back, downward facing dog. 3 more times. Inhale, ripple through the spine. Come to your plank, pause. Exhale, downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale. Exhale. And last time, inhale. And then exhale. Good. Reach your right heel to the ceiling. Bring the right knee in toward your chest, round your spine, step your foot forward. Come into a low lunge. Okay? So we're going to have the left heel lifted. Maybe walk your right foot over to the right side just a little bit. Come onto your fingertips, start to lift with your chest here. If you need to rest onto your right thigh, feel free to. Strong back leg. Gaze towards the front of the mat. Okay, then slowly start to re-bend to the front knee. Come into your crescent lunge. Take the gaze up with you towards your hands. Okay, make any adjustments. Walk the feet a little wider from each other so the feet are in different energy lines. Lift with your heart, lift your gaze. Last breath. Good. Be exhale, hands to your mat, step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Shake the hips side to side. Coming over to the other side. Left heel reaches up towards the sky. Bring the left knee in toward your chest. Gaze towards the front. Step your foot forward. Low lunge to start. Okay. So bring your fingertips to the ground. Lift with your heart. Feel your left hips pointing towards the back of your mat. Feel the outside of your right hip pulling towards the front of the mat. Feel the hips be nice and stable here. Hips are even. Press the back leg, strong back leg. Okay, rebend to the front knee. Slowly start to rise, come into your crescent lunge. Take your gaze up towards your hands. Draw the navel in towards the spine. Feel the ribs here coming towards the hips. Last breath. Good, exhale. Come back down to downward facing dog. And then bend into your knees a lot. Gaze towards the front of the mat. Slowly walk as many steps as you need to. Forward fold at the top of your mat. Let your arms hang heavy. Let your head hang heavy. Unclench in the jaw. Rock back and forth on the feet. Let go of your shoulders here. Let them relax. Good. Start to press the feet down. Gentle bend to the knees. Hands slide up the shins towards your knees. Lift the heart halfway. Lift. Inhale. Exhale. Forward fold. Inhale. Hands will rise. Press the feet down. Gentle bend to the knees. Hands lift overhead. Exhale. Hands come in towards prayer. Inhale. Rise all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Let your head hang heavy, gentle bend into the knees. Inhale for that halfway lift. Lift with that chest, send your tailbone back. Exhale, forward fold. Last time. Inhale, rise all the way. The exhale, hands come in towards prayer. Inhale, rise all the way. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to your mat, step back to your plank. We're going to move through our Vinyasa flow. Roll forward onto your toes, lower to the belly. Knees can drop first. Elbows wrap towards the ribs as you lower. Press the tops of the feet down. Press the palms down. Lift up with your heart. Cobra. Gentle bend into the elbows towards the back of the room. Lift with your chest. Inhale. Exhale. Slowly come back out. Downward facing dog. Feel free to come through tabletop first. Send your hips back. A moment to pause here. Good. Pressing the mat away from you, finding that you're lifting your hips high. Gentle bend into the elbows. Take another breath. Exhale, bend your knees. Slowly walk to the top of your mat. Forward fold. Setting up for your chair pose. So, feet come together or knees to touch, whichever is first. And then the fingertips are going to come to the ground. Palms will face each other, arms about shoulder width. Start to bend into your knees. Okay. Take your hands towards prayer as you lean back with the hips. Sink a little bit deeper. Lift through the sternum. Okay. Always coming into your heels. Lift your toes. Spread them wide. Bring them back down. Good. Find a pause here with your breath. Find a gaze out in front of you that's not moving. Coming into a figure four stretch. I'm just going to face towards you. Okay, so we'll start with the left side. Bring the left foot to rise. Slow, gentle bend into your right knee. Take that left foot, cross it over the right knee. Sink a little bit deeper. Good, lift again through the heart. Sink the hips back. Okay, the option to stay here or come into a deeper fold here. Bring your hands to the ground, lift the tailbone towards the sky. Keep a gentle bend into the right knee. Good, wherever you are, slowly come back to that figure four. We're gonna come back to our chair pose, hands keep in towards prayer. Sink a little bit deeper, reset. Okay, now the right foot is going to cross over your left knee. Cross at the ankle. Find your balance. Start to sink a little bit deeper. Keep that foot flexed on top. That'll protect your ankle joint. Option to stay here, come fold into a forward fold, deepening your stretch. Wherever you are, take one more deep breath in. Deep breath out. Be back in your chair pose. One last breath. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale for that halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Again, slowly round your spine. Stack one vertebrae at a time. Come to your standing Tadasana pose. Shoulders stack over the hips. Hips over the ankles. And just adjust the feet so you're comfortably standing here. Palms face towards the front of your mat. Gaze can close. Our eyes can be soft. Reconnect back with your breath. Good, last breath. Okay, relax your hands by the sides. We're going to come into a warrior two from a standing position. We're going to start with the left foot towards the front of your mat. Take a giant step back with your right foot. Okay, right foot's going to be parallel. It's going to match the back of your mat. Left toes are going to keep pointing towards the front of your mat. With the heels, you can either take your front heel to be in line with your back heel or the middle arch of your back foot. And then start to bend into your front knee. If your knee is going past your ankle here, or rather past your toes, walk the feet a little bit wider. And take the arms out wide this time. Palms are going to face down, arms in line with the shoulders. If you need to, peek back at the back arm. Take the gaze back towards the left fingertips. Rebend to your front knee. Stacking the shoulders right above the hips, one long neutral line through the spine. Good. Notice that the right knee is coming towards the right side of your foot. We're just going to take one last breath. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Right hand to the back leg, left arm over. Breathe through that whole side body. Lift with your heart here, still bending to the front knee. Exhale, left arm connects with your left thigh. Right hand's going to reach to the sky. Okay. One long straight line through the arm here towards the sky. Rebend to the front knee. Find your left elbow pressing into the thigh so you're lifting up through the heart. Also notice that the left ribs underneath are spinning up towards the sky. Plug both feet down. Take another breath. Reverse your warrior. Take one deep breath in. Exhale, cartwheels the hands forward. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Okay, coming back into the plank from the downward facing dog. When you're ready, ripple through the spine, take the gaze forward, lift the heart. Exhale, downward facing dog. One more time. Inhale, ripple forward, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so bend your knees, look to the top of the mat. Come back to your forward fold. Inhale for the halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Slowly round the spine. Stack the vertebrae one at a time. Come back to your mountain Tadasana pose. You can let go of anything that brought up here. Set up for warrior two on the other side. I'm just going to do this at the back of a mat so I can do this with you. So your right toes are pointing towards the front of your mat. Take a giant step back with your left foot. Bend into your front knee. Take the gaze toward the right fingertips, toward the front of your mat. Good. Draw the navel in towards the spine here. Deep bend into the front knee. Toes point towards the front of your mat. Good. Flip your front palm, reverse your warrior. Left hand to the back leg, right arm over. Breathe the whole side body. Lengthen a little bit more each exhale. And when you're ready, side angle. Right arm connects with your right thigh. Left hand's going to reach up to the ceiling. Lean back a little bit with your upper body. Gaze towards the sky. or towards the front of your mat. Take another breath in, another breath out. Last one. Good. Exhale, come back to warrior two. Rebend the front knee. Good. Cartwheel the hands forward. Come to the front of your mat. Step back to downward facing dog. Pedal out your feet. Shake the hips side to side. Good. Bend your knees a lot. Take the knees to the ground, coming to lie on your back. Okay, so taking the knees in towards the chest. Take the arms into goalposts. So you're going to bend at the elbows. And slowly have to roll over to the right side with the lower half of the body, stacking the knees, or maybe a little bit of a gap between the knees will feel really good. Gaze towards the sky. Start to feel the left shoulder drop towards the ground, but if that doesn't happen, that's okay. Good. Coming back onto your back. Rock side to side a couple of times. Then when you're ready, coming over to your left side. Stack the knees over to your side. Feel your right hip stacking on top of your left. Flexing the feet. Just breathe. Good. Coming back onto your back. Take the knees in toward your chest. Take the hands to the knees. Rock that out one last time. Good. Take your feet to the floor. We're going to come into cow face legs, but if figure four stretch feels better in your body, feel free to take that. So I'll cue for both. We'll start with the cow face legs to begin. Take your left foot on the ground with the knee bent. Cross your right knee right on top of your left knee as much as you can. Okay. And then draw the knees in toward your chest. The hands can rest here on the knees. They can come onto the calves here, or you can take your hands to your knees, your feet rather. Relax your shoulders towards the ground. Start to draw the legs, wherever you're grabbing, towards the body. Deepen the stretch. Feel the stretch on the right hip flexor, the right side of your leg rather. Good. Slowly come back out. If you were in that figure four, the right foot, the ankle is just going to cross over the left knee, and then you're going to interlace the hands behind the left leg. Good. Wherever you are, just take the feet to the ground. We'll switch over to the other side, so cow face legs. Right knee bends, left knee stacks right over. Knees come towards the chest, hand on the knees, legs or the feet stay there. Or that figure four stretch. Right foot stays on the floor, left ankle crosses over, flex to the top foot. Either stay here, press the left knee away, or interlace the hands underneath the right leg, drawing the leg closer to the body. Good. Wherever you are, just take another deep breath. Hands, feet return towards the ground. Take the bottoms of the feet together. Knees are going to open up to the sides of the mat. Hands rest on the belly. The back of the neck rests here again, nice and long. Coming into your final pose, Shavasana. If knees bent with the feet on the floor like earlier felt better, or the legs nice and long, feel free to take that. Start to close your eyes or keep a soft gaze towards the ceiling. Again, just resting your shoulders. Let the whole body feel really relaxed. Come back to that natural breath. Try not to change anything. And just stay aware of the breath. That's all you have to do. Just listen to the breath. Start to take your hands to the outsides of the knees. Draw the knees together. Roll on the lower back here, back and forth. Start to make circles. Take your feet to the floor. Roll onto one side. Start to flip over into a seated position. Start to lift yourself up. Keep the eyes closed. Come into your seated position that's comfortable for you. Take the hands and prayer towards the chest. And we'll all take a deep breath in through the nose and a deep breath out through the mouth. Bringing the thumbs to the third eye and bow as we say namaste. Thank you so much for taking class with me today. If you enjoyed this class or any of my other classes, please subscribe to my channel, comment, and like. Let me know what you would like to see, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.